Hey everyone, HeatherAsh here. Welcome. We are doing live videos for a week. This is day 3 as part of the Warrior Goddess Wild 7-day challenge. It's a journey to reignite play and pleasure and presence. I am currently at my friend Mary's house and I have the pleasure of getting my stuff that thank you, Mary, that Mary evacuated for me when the wildfires in my area got evacuated, my house. And so we are now here loading up the last of my stuff to bring it back to my house, which is really exciting and wonderful. We are broadcasting across many different platforms. So my personal page, oops, I shouldn't be broadcasting on that page, I don't think. My public page, I'm going to remove this one. All right. Save changes. Let's see if I can do that live. I can. I love it. Okay. Warrior Goddess Women and YouTube. So welcome everyone. Hey Doe, glad that you're here. And please share if you're here and say hello. Sometimes I can't see people's names. Sometimes the chats don't show up because I'm using a separate platform outside of Facebook or YouTube. So if I don't say your name, it just means I can't see it or I don't see your comment. But I am going back and reading everybody's comments and post videos as well. Hey, Shirley Ann, glad that you're here. Yes. So I'm currently in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And here come people. Yay. Hey, Kelly Ray. Hey, Giselle. Hey, Lisa. You made it to a live. Hey, Tyne. Good morning. Good morning. Yay. And I guess I'll do Instagram later because I'm not sure where my phone is. Yeah, I'll do that later. Hey, Fiona, I'm coming your way. Facebook user, hi. So whoever just wrote hi, if you want to share what your name is, that would be great. Because I can't, it's not showing up. So for those of you that have been journeying with me for Warrior Goddess Wild, we're on day 3. And our focus today is what is stopping you? For those of you that are not part of the challenge, if you want to sign up, it's never too late. It's free. You get daily videos, a little PDF download to do a task every day. We're doing giveaways, daily giveaways. So go ahead and join the challenge. Hey, Lorena. Good. I can see your name. Perfect. Aran, nice to see you. Fiona, August, Nikki, Sunny from the UK. Thanks, Vici. Yay. It's in the car. It's okay. I think I'll just do it later. No, if you want to grab it, that would be great. Okay. I think it's in the middle console. Look, this is what a good friend is. She brings you coffee. She stores your stuff for months at a time. Hey, Valerie. And she's getting my phone. Yay, because I want to do this live on Instagram as well. Oh, I can stick it right here. I have a whole little setup. Thank you. Awesome. So for those of you that are just joining, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm in the middle of re-evacuating instead of evacuating. So I'm at my friend Mary's house getting the stuff that's been here. I got to live at her house for 10 days, which was so, so, so fun. And now I'm moving back into my house. Live. And I'm going to go ahead and do this live on Instagram as well. Look, I scratched my face today. Oh, well. All right. Going live on IG. Okay, we're now live on Instagram as well. I love that. So Warrior Goddess Wild, 7-day journey into pleasure and play. And you can join at any time. So if you're not signed up for the challenge, please sign up because there's a lot of bonuses that go with signing up. It's free. It's super easy to do. Let me give you the correct URL because I was giving out the wrong one. wildwitchywise.com. Okay, so there's no www. I guess that's a thing of the past. So wildwitchywise.com. If you just go type in wildwitchywise, super easy to join the challenge. You can see the previous day's videos and today's little video. They're like 10 minutes videos that I'm doing every day. And then I'm also doing lives every day to just deepen and talk and have conversation around all the things. Today, our topic for Warrior Goddess Wild is what's stopping you? So an exploration into where are the places that you don't give yourself permission or don't even know how to play or be in pleasure. And I talk about in the video today, again, join the challenge, wildwitchywise.com. In the video today, I talked about 3 pleasure smashers. Let's talk about what pleasure smashers are. And there was a question, Sakina, what is witchy? So the challenge, great question. So the challenge, this first challenge is about what I call the Maiden Energy. So there's 3 archetypical energies that are connected to women, people that are femme identified. So Maiden, Mother, and Crone. So the Maiden Energy is about play. That's the wild energy. It's about exploration. It's about creativity. So that's what we're doing in this challenge. And it just seemed like a really appropriate time as we're moving into summer in the Northern Hemisphere, as we're starting to be out in the world more for many of us, to really delve into how do we be more creative and playful in our life, even when it's challenging. And many of you know, in the process, we went through a big wildfire a couple weeks ago. It's still burning, but the Warrior Heart Ranch, the land that I steward, we lost literally 98% of the forest. So I don't do this lightly. Like, I'm in the middle of a big grieving process around the land, and also a lot of work to start to settle it for the erosion that's coming because of the rains. And I'm also finding pleasure in the middle of that. And so I just decided to go ahead and do this challenge because it's important. We need it, because there's always going to be wildfires. There's always going to be death. There's always going to be challenges in our life. And so it's not that we should put off pleasure until all the challenges are over and then we can play and have pleasure. We need to figure out how to integrate it all together. So the second part, which I will do probably in October, is what I'm calling the witchy part, which is connected to the mother energy, nurturing, creation, ritual, ceremony, exploring how to sustain ourselves. So Sakina and whoever else is watching, that is what the witchy part is about how do we really find the magic that we all have inside of us. So again, that challenge, that 7-day challenge, will be coming in October. And then the final challenge will be in December, probably, for the wise, for the crone, for the aspect of us, and this isn't age related, but the aspect of us that has had a lot of experience and is grounded and connected to stillness and connected to the web of life in a really deep way. So we'll be doing that challenge in December. So today, day 3 of Warrior Goddess Wild, our topic for today is what's stopping you? What's stopping you from play? What's stopping you from pleasure? Yay. So let's check in. Go ahead and share when you are in relationship around bringing in more pleasure or play into your life. What stops you? So where do you sabotage yourself? Where do you feel like you can't play or you can't have pleasure? What are some of the agreements? Yeah, and these are what I call pleasure smashers. And there's 3 main ones that I talk about in the challenge, in the video from this morning. So yes, Sakina, my expectations, so true. So often it's our expectations that smush our pleasure. Yeah, Michelle wrote myself on Instagram. We stop ourselves, right? Delphine, hey sweetheart, that was one of my smashers. I will play if you take the release seriousness when this is fixed. Yeah, so that sense of I have to get everything fixed first before I play. Yeah. And then Facebook user, I don't know what your name is. If you want to share your name, as I shared on my Facebook post, I feel like my ego stops me. Yeah. So that, will I look okay? Am I doing it right? That's the places that the ego stops. Yeah. Must complete all the tasks first, except exactly Carla's. Yeah. Agreements. What would others say? That's a big pleasure smasher. I'm not worthy of joy or love. That's one of the pleasure smashers that I talked about in the video. Deservability. Okay. So deservability is one of them. Time. Okay, we'll talk about this. So there's not enough time to have play or pleasure. And that's really what all of this is about, is you do have time. And that all the agreements like of not being deserving, of not having time, of having to get all the tasks done first, let's stop doing that. Let's change our relationship with the agreements that we have around pleasure and play so that we can actually have some. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Shirley Ann, approval of loved ones. When they say, what do you want to do that for? That's crazy. You're so flighty. Yeah, so people's opinions again. Mm-hmm. Let me check in. Yeah, feeling like I need to earn it. Exactly. So on Instagram, feeling like I need to earn it. How many of us have that one? Feeling like I have to earn the right to have pleasure. Scrolling down on the IG. Head not being quiet. Ah, hi, I'm so glad that you firewalked with me at Star Wolves. The fear of judgment, feeling worthy of pleasure. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Where and when to start. There's another good one. Hi, Tiffany. Okay, thanks. My responsibilities, Vero. Who do I need to take care of? Yeah, that idea that we have to take care of everyone else first, and then maybe we can have some pleasure if we do it right. Yeah. I've brought up with a work before play ethos. Yeah, exactly. And many of us have been brought up in an energetic of work before play. I'm not worthy. What would others say? Okay, great. Good. What would people think if I took time for myself and let work up at home go? Irma. Hey, Irma. Good to have you here. Fiona, releasing play and pleasure is not a bonus. Realizing play and pleasure is not a bonus, but an essential element. Exactly. And that is exactly what the challenge is about, what our 7 days together is about for Warrior Goddess Wild, is really getting in our body, not just our heads. And we have to have the understanding in our heads. And then we need to bring it into our bodies and into our action, that pleasure and play are not something that we'll get to when we're good enough, when we finish our to-do list, when we get permission from other people, when we're perfect. We need to start weaving them together, because, sweethearts, this is what we talked about with my team when we were thinking about doing this challenge. And I was going through a lot. We know that there's a lot going on in the world. When we were like, well, should we cancel it or postpone it? And at some point I said, you know what? It's not like there's going to be a time when, the world has completely calmed down and there's not personal crisis. Like, all of that stuff's happening. So why not learn how to weave in play and pleasure now? It's not, as you said, Fiona, it's not optional. It's mandatory. I think it's critical, because it's a human birthright to have joy, to have pleasure, to play. And that's how we learn. We learn through play. And to postpone that means postponing living. Yeah, exactly, Kelly. We all need to start living life. Yeah. Don't know what I like, so be paying attention what others like to make them happy. Yeah. And so to bring our attention back to, what do I like now? And then to be curious, and this is what I been sharing in the lives, is that the reason we're doing a challenge as a 7-day is it helps us to have a container and to go in with each other and to learn and to share with each other what's coming up, and to realize when you say, yes, okay, I'm going to start exploring more pleasure and play and joy in my life, what happens is you start seeing all the ways that you're not giving that to yourself. And then you also see the ways that you keep yourself from pleasure and play, what the agreements, beliefs, stories are. And so that's what we're exploring today, is what are the stories? Yeah, Allie, I love that. The more I play on my terms, the more people I lose who don't get my idea of pleasure and play. Yeah. So, and this might be true. You may have an old way that was the way that you played with the people around you, and you're shifting. It may be that you're shifting and you play in a different way. This is why we need community, is because you then find new playmates that play in the way that you play. Okay. So it's not trying to force the people that are in your community to play the way that you now want to play. It's inviting people that want to play the way you want to play. So getting clear about what that is. Hey, Mona Lisa. magically. Keely. Delphine. Another one was my assumption around people's opinion. Yeah, that people would not appreciate. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Good. I love all of these. I love it. Rihanna, play is an essential part of my life. I feel like I'm part sea otter. Yes. Shirley Ann, you mentioned a new Warrior Goddess book coming out day 1 or 2. Will it be about this Maiden Mother Crone wisdom? Yes. And it's actually not going to be a Warrior Goddess book. It's just going to be a HeatherAsh book, because with my other publisher. But it is on Maiden Mother Crone. I'm not sure what the title's going to be yet. It was originally called Warrior Woman. I'm hoping that we're going to call it Wild, Witchy, and Wise. So we'll see. I'm about to get back to work. Yeah, on that. Yes. Yeah. Beautiful. So thanks for all the shares. The community piece is critical, because as we start doing more things that are pleasurable and playful, and we start bringing in more joy into our lives, we want to have community around us that's also playing and in joy. Because then when the world around us is maybe like, you're too much, you're too big, you shouldn't be playing, what's wrong with you, the world is falling apart, that you can lean into community that understands the seriousness of play, the super seriousness of play, why it's so important. It's critical. It really is. Because play and pleasure help us to open into our intuition and our creativity. They help us connect to spirit. They help us be sustainable. And the world needs us to show up filled with our own fire and creative energy for all that's arising, so we can navigate these times. Questions of when will the book be released? Next year, probably fall 2023. So that's the plan. Carla, as my health declined, I lost my community. I'm almost 60. It's hard to rebuild community at this age. Well, Carla, and all of you that are like, because there's a couple of you, Michelle, I was not raised with community. I craved it, and no, now we need it. Yeah, we do definitely need it. So one of the gifts that the pandemic brought, like the Warrior Goddess community is big and it's spread out, and we did a lot of live events pre-pandemic. And then during the pandemic, we created an online community, which we've been, what's the right word? I don't have the word. I'll find it later. That we've been holding for the last year and a half now, I think. And it is magic. It is an incredible place to come find your wild self again, to rewire, to learn tools, to lean into other people, to have community. So we have different mentors that hold the space. I come and do classes once a month within the circle. So it's called the Warrior Goddess Training Circle. And we also have summer camp coming up as part of the circle. So yeah, and Tyne, there's a lot of you that are part of it. Valerie, Sakina, Tyne are already part of it. For those of you that are curious or that are looking for community, we offer a free month for everybody that's new, that wants to check out the circle. And this is a great time to come into the circle, because we have summer camp coming up, which is an online. Eventually we'll do summer camp in person, but right now we're doing summer camp online, and it is some of the most fun. We build blanket forts, we have marshmallow roasting contest. I mean, we do all sorts of things online that you would think wouldn't work, that work amazingly. So yeah. So if you want to have a place to be held, there's no commitment at all. It's a free month. Come check it out. You can cancel it anytime. Again, zero commitment. So if you want to know more information around that, it is, now I have to figure out it's warriorgoddess.com/circle. Okay. And summer camp is super fun. So join wildwitchywise.com and you'll get more information about the free month. A super easy invite into that. Okay. Yeah. Carla, it's difficult for me to firmly commit to this. I also have metastatic cancer, working on it, working on a bucket list. I am just wrapping you in huge love, Carla, as you journey. And for all of you that are journeying with cancer right now, or journeying with chronic illness, just, and if you don't have to commit to anything. So if you're like, I could use some extra support and I want to be able to like tap into a community once a week or once every 3 weeks, check out free, no obligation. So, and we do this because I want to support as many people as possible, because we have such a beautiful community, and there's people of all ages, all genders, all walks of life, all stages of life that are part of the circle. So everyone is welcome. Yeah. Hey, Sabrina. Hello, everyone. I'm from Germany, living in Italy and new here. Yay. So glad you're here. I'm still reading your book and I already love it. Good. I'm so glad that you love it. Yeah. So the circle in this work is based in the Warrior Goddess Training book. Yeah, absolutely. Good. Allie writes, I also like being solitary, and I get a lot of people always trying to make me join in. But when I do, it usually involves making myself smaller. Okay, that is not our group. So I've had many communities over the years, and in different, like in Berkeley, we had a physical community. In Austin, we had a physical community. And the Berkeley community coined our community as a community for people who don't like community. And it's really true, because we are not a group of people that are like, hi, welcome to our community. Here's who you should be. We are wild. We are a group of people that are growing and transforming. And I'm on the journey with everybody. And we play, we have fun, and we love our aloneness. I'm an introvert. I get the whole thing about being solitary. I love being solitary. It's why I have, I live part-time up in the middle of nowhere, off grid. So yes, if you're going to join a community, in any community, please find community that's like, hi, who are you? How can we support you in becoming more of you, becoming bigger, becoming brighter? Not that's trying to shut you down or put you into a box of here's who you need to be part of this community. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah. Yeah. We have fun in our community. Yeah. Sylvia, I'm also working on my bucket list. Hugs and prayers to you. Yeah, I know, Allie, and I know you know that. It's awesome. So continue your exploration today of what stops you. And in the video this morning, I talked about the 3 main pleasure smashers, is what I called them. And the first one is, not in any order, deservability, self-worth. I don't deserve it. It's not okay. Perfection, trying to always do it right. And the third one is guilt, feeling guilty if you have pleasure. The voices of, but other people are suffering, but it's not okay for me to be playing now when the world is so messed up. So if you want to learn more about those 3 pleasure smashers and you haven't joined the challenge yet, join. It's all free. And little videos every day and a little task every day. We're on day 3. If you join now, you can still get the past videos. You can also watch the past lives at any point on YouTube or Facebook. So wildwitchywise.com. Join anytime. Yeah, exactly. Ladies, time is always ticking. Pick a bucket list item, do it within the next month, and report back. Yeah, agreed. And one of the things that we're doing with Warrior Goddess Wild is also bringing in little pleasures every day. So you can have your big bucket list of, I want to skydive, or I want to get a tattoo, or I want to get a dog. Like, you can have those big bucket list items of what you want to do before you die. And please also practice doing little bitty things every day that bring you pleasure. 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Okay. And that's what the challenge is about. It's simple, it's sweet, it's easily digestible, little video, a little task. The task for today is to explore, to become more aware of, do you get stuck in guilt, needing to be perfect, or deservability around limiting your pleasure and your play? Okay. Wild, witchy, wise. So it's those three qualities are based in the archetypes of Maiden, Mother, and Crone. So wildwitchywise.com. So if you want to join in the challenge, wildwitchywise.com. Yeah. And you also get, like, all of you are invited to Warrior Goddess Training Circle, our online circle. A lot of you that are watching are part of the circle and just do everything, which I love. And for those of you that are new or that haven't been part of our community, please come play. And as part of a free month in Warrior Goddess Training Circle, you also get the summer camp, which is, I know Sakina had asked when summer camp is. Let me look at the dates. I think it's not this weekend, but it's the following weekend. I'm in July. 1 second. Summer camp, online summer camp this year is 10th, 11th, and 12th of June. We do online, all sorts of fun, playful things. Okay. For those of you that are part of the Warrior Goddess Training Circle, go into the calendar and you'll see the information about when the Warrior Goddess summer camp is happening. And for those of you that are in the Warrior Goddess Training Circle, that are part of Journey of the 9 Moons, hi loves, we do have a deep dive for both the air bunnies and the fire ducks that weekend as well. Okay. For those of you that are new, that are wanting to check out more about our Warrior Goddess community, you can join us for free for a month, which includes summer camp, which is a weekend online retreat. Everything's recorded. I can't say enough about the circle and how magical it is. So that's why we just give you a month free, because we're like, we can't even explain this. Just come check it out and see if it works for you and if it makes sense. Allie, I played loads and loads, but started the challenge. I touched all the grief when I didn't play as a traumatized child. The grief surprised me as I've been healing for over 35 years, but good to release and allow. I love that. I'm so glad, Allie. Able to hold mother my inner child without staying in the grief. Yeah. And been talking about that throughout the challenge, is that part of being in more pleasure and play is also learning to be more skillful in our grief, to really grieve and open up around losses, both present and past. Thank you. All right, love. Hi, good. Love that. For those of you that are just joining, beautiful. Doe, I feel like I'm an extrovert, introvert, and very private. I love the Warrior Goddess community training. It's beautiful. Thank you, sweetheart. All right, loves. Well, I am going to go finish revacuating, as I'm calling it. Mary and I are packing up my stuff from her house. We're going to go have lunch, and then we're going to go play really loud music as we put all my stuff back into my house. So exciting. Redecorate. Can I pivot and show?
Yeah.
Everyone say hi to Mary. Hi. Mary! Yay! This is the house I got to stay in for like 10 days when I was evacuated. It was so great. Yay! And Mary was one of the founding goddesses of the Warrior Goddess Training Circle. When we were early days in the pandemic, we lived in San Antonio together for a month and did all sorts of fun things together and dreamed all sorts of stuff. So love you. Here we are now. And here we are now in Santa Fe.
The circle's awesome.
And the circle is awesome. And Mary's one of our mentors, Serena, Tara, Naomi. We have a new mentor coming on board. So there's a lot of magic in the circle, that there's not just me. You get to taste different flavors of all the different yummy Warrior Goddess mentors that we have. And that's also the great thing about summer camp, is that a lot of other mentors come in as well. So please join us. If you haven't joined Warrior Goddess Wise, it's not too late. Or Warrior Goddess Wild. This time is Warrior Goddess Wild. Warrior Goddess Witchy and Warrior Goddess Wise are coming right now. Warrior Goddess Wild. And you can join in that challenge at wildwitchywise.com. Hey, Ivana, I'm so glad you're here in Santa Fe. Or no, you love Santa Fe. I love Santa Fe too. So I'm going to do the URL one more time, wildwitchywise.com. Boop. Love you, sweetheart. Hi, Kelly. Mwah, mwah, mwah. All right, loves. Here we go. Explore today. Where is a place that you limit, restrict, or put off pleasure, and continue to play with finding pleasure in all the little areas. So today, as I was driving to Santa Fe and going across the Pecos River, I was just in such joy and pleasure of looking at the different trees and the colors. And yeah, you can find joy in everything. You really can. Yesterday I was up on the land. For those of you that don't know, we just had a huge wildfire. We lost about 98% of the forest up on the property. It's been heartbreaking. And there's work of the next steps. And so I've been up on the land. I was up on the land yesterday, cutting slash with my chainsaw and creating swales, they're called, so that when the water comes down the hill, it doesn't erode everything and take all the topsoil. And as I was doing it, like around all these dead trees that we're felling and all the black and all the ash, I was just praying and blessing the trees and just being in gratitude and asking the rains to be gentle. And so even in really difficult situations, we can still open our heart and play and be present. So love you so much. Thanks, sweets, for joining me. And I hope to see you tomorrow for day 4. And day 4 is going to be really fun. So if you haven't joined the challenge, again, wildwitchywise.com. Day 4 is going to be the best. So join then. Also on day 7, we're going to do a big drawing. We're doing drawings every day for people that are part of the challenge. So make sure that you join so you can be part of the challenge. And there's also in the video, or in the description for the challenge, how to get into the drawing. And then on day 7, we'll have a really big drawing, the master yummy drawing. All right, loves. Hope to see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.